This festive season, it's our pledge to build awareness for Oz Harvest Food Rescue.
Please like, subscribe and share episode 2 of The Intervention.
To help spread the good word for Oz Harvest. And keep watching for more later in the show.
On tonight's show, Fever Tree's co-founder Tim Warrilow gives us 3/4 of the reason to go PREMO. Get a Patron cocktail tease from G Daddy David. Meg Smith gets all hot from Close Encounters of a Spicy Ginger Kind. And Joe Worthington adds a little romance to tequila tasting. Chris Segrave takes the chair. It's a PREMO intervention.
Financial markets currently are a bit unstable. No one knows what's going to happen. So why buy a premium product if you can get something a bit cheaper? That's what we're going to have a chat about today. What sets Fever Tree apart? Why is it probably one of the best mixers to use on the market at the moment?
Well, I mean, as I said, I mean, flavour is, you know, at the heart of all of this. And I think you started the intro by talking about difficult economic times. And of course, that's the case. But you know, I think, and you know, you guys are to blame for this, you know, the bartenders, as well as in truth, the spirit companies, because everyone is producing better quality. Yeah. The drinks are being made are better quality. And so as a result, people's taste and expectation is heightening. So whilst people may have less money to spend, is, you know, the trend that we're seeing around the world is people are drinking less but better. Because once you've tried something really good, it's very hard to get the same satisfaction out of something that's less good. So in truth, you know, this is really, when you're talking about the bartenders, I think it's very important that whilst you might offer something at a good value price, you should also offer something that's exceptionally good. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how many people you can persuade to try and drink that, and then all the GPs that follow from it.
What would you say to the people at home who are making drinks? Why should they use something Fever Tree over a cheaper product?
Well, it's one of the underlying messages of whenever you're making a great drink, you want to try and use the most, you know, the best ingredients that you can get, you know, to hand, whether it's fresh produce, whether it's spirits and mixers in this case. And as Tim mentioned, you know, it is about flavor. And one of the, I think the key messages for Fever Tree in itself is that, you know, if you're doing a gin and tonic, a vodka and soda, a rum and ginger, a bourbon and ginger ale, 3/4 of that drink generally, I mean, if you're me, it's probably more like a third, but you know.
He's Welsh as well.
That drink.
Very different. They drink to forget.
Exactly, yeah. Right? You know? What the hell do you think I'm doing here? Right? But you know, it is a significant part of your drink, and that experience, you know, then allows you to think more about the product that you do put in there as a mixer. And this is, you know, it sounds like common sense, but it is a message that we have to get across to the consumer. They're prepared to pay more for their premium product in terms of their base spirit. They should be looking at a premium mixer.
Tim, can you tell us a bit more about the ginger beer and how you came to actually have the product as it is bottled here in Australia?
The really important thing with a great ginger beer is to make sure you get this long-lasting ginger character, and not too sweet. You know, this is something I think a lot of gingers fall over, is because they're too sweet. And so, you know, if you're thinking about a dark and stormy, is that the dark rum is sweet. So you want to make sure the ginger isn't too sweet because the whole drink becomes a bit sickly. So this is all about ginger, and, you know, hopefully, gee, you're the expert. Hopefully it's, the proof is in the
I just drink a lot, mate. I'm not an expert, I just drink a lot of stuff. You know?
One leads to the other.
It's obviously done really well in the UK. That's one of the key markets for you guys, clearly. But how big do you see the Australian market being? Will this be one of your sort of top 3 markets?
Well, bearing in mind I've got my friend from SouthTrade sitting next to me. I've got very, very high aspirations. Yeah. No, we really do. You know, joking apart, we really do, because we started this in 2005 in the UK. And you know, when you start a business, you don't know how it's going to receive. No one had thought about mixers. You know, it'd been this long forgotten category. You know, everyone had been concentrating on spirits. But it really fell on fertile ground, and very quickly. You know, the good bartenders took to it, and even our retailers. And actually now it's sort of caught a mood with the consumers in the UK. And this is spread around the world. And you know, I have to say we've been a bit remiss in not coming out here earlier and you know, trying to spread the word in Australia. But why we're very excited now is because we really want to put time and effort behind it, because we think the climate here is perfect, obviously, in terms of the good weather, but also in terms of the great bartenders, you know, the great sort of cocktail culture. This small bar license, you know, is clearly, you know, starting to open things up, you know, around Australia. So we've got very high expectations.
It's time for our 30-second review, guys.
The Fever Tree ginger beer, I guess what I like about it is how dry it is. It is how dry and how fiery it is and how tasty it is. And I really do think that, you know, like Tim said, putting it with the rum, which is, you know, obviously with all the sweetness and sugars we get from that, I think it would be a fantastic accompaniment. Yeah,
you know, I'm no stranger to working with fiery gingers, obviously, and I think this one is what I get is it's really hot on the tongue, and I love that. Like, I love a lot of spice in it, and I think this could make even the worst rum taste amazing.
Oh,
so
God.
I think it's great.
You can buy Fever Tree Tonic Ginger Ale Ginger Beer Premium Lemon at good bottle stores at $9.99 per 4-pack. We'll be right back after this.
If you're in the food and beverage industry, you've probably had some experience with excess. During the festive season, most of us will be partying, drinking a whole lot of booze, stuffing our faces, generally having a pretty good time.
Well, there's really nothing wrong with that. Today, Drinks Network invited a bunch of us hospitality folks over for dinner and drinks.
We were asked to experience how over 14,000 Aussies eat on a daily basis,
with Oz Harvest food rescue support.
And to clarify their perspective, no alcohol. No alcohol.
no alcohol.
Nema alkohola. No alcohol?
No.
Oz Harvest rescues food from
restaurants, clubs, pubs, caterers,
which would otherwise be discarded.
They deliver 441,500 meals per month with only a fleet of 15 vans.
To people who need a feed Australia-wide.
To help spread the good word for Oz Harvest,
Please subscribe, like and share episode 2 of The Intervention.
so go to ozharvest.org and donate a feed to someone in need.
Just do it.
Cheers! 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 Cheers!
What do you think about premium mixes? Join the conversation. Hashtag PREMO Intervention or hashtag Intervention TV. Gee, what does SouthTrade have on offer with premium products?
The biggest player in our portfolio is Patron. The Patron Tequila range delivers some great tequilas and allows us to play around with a lot of different flavors from the Fever Tree range. So I'm drinking one just here actually, so it's all good.
Talking about Patron Tequila, how long has SouthTrade had it?
Absolutely no idea. But, but within that space of time, we've done amazing things with it. It is a great tequila. I love it. I like the range. I mean, I'm a big fan of the silver because it's just got that beautiful raw agave flavor, a little bit of pepper in there as well. And I've just mixed it up with a bit of ginger beer, which is just a new cocktail. Being a mixologist, you know, I'm all for that. So, yeah, look, it's a great tequila. We're happy to throw it around and down people's necks.
We're trying the Blanco today.
We are.
So what's the signature serve for that?
Shot.
Lay back.
Excellent.
A lot of my time has been spent in Northern England. And a lot of
Really?
Really? Bloody really. And I guess what I have to say is that a lot of all the Patron that I basically saw there was obviously lots of the XO Cafe tequila, a lot of ladies drinking that one, until I came to Australia. And obviously you get your variety of products here, especially the Blanco and the Reposado. But I noticed you now have the Citron. Now, what makes that, you know, so goddamn tasty?
Well, it's all made with the same juice. You know, they start off with Patron Silver. That's how they make all their products. You know, it goes into a barrel, it becomes a reposado and añejo, being more rested and then aged. And the even the liqueurs, the citronge actually has a couple of oranges gone in there as well. But it's a base of the silver tequila. So it's a beautiful sort of vehicle for all the flavors that they're able to create.
And that wink just puts it to bed.
Oh yeah.
It puts me to bed.
Call me later.
Guys, give us your 30.
Okay.
Sure, no worries. Shall we try this?
Okay, yeah. It's great.
Have you got any salt and lemon? Here.
I love it. I've always loved it.
It's a beautiful bottle, for starters. My eyes are still watering from the tasting, but I think it's a very drinkable tequila. I can't remember the last time I drank tequila for a reason.
I don't think anybody can.
Yeah. But I believe I was licking salt off some hot dudes, so I think that's probably the way that Patron should be enjoying.
So it's perfect. I love it.
You can buy Patron Tequila and other premium spirits nationwide at good bottle stores at around $100 a bottle. Gee, you also have a book coming out. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
It's a reluctant plug, that.
I do? Really?
Really?
Tell me more.
When's the signing?
We decided to put together a cocktail booklet that allowed us to have a little bit of fun and some experimental research into tequila cocktails, but also then to put it across in a way that it was accessible for consumers. Ultimately, it's about the consumer buying the product, going home and being able to mix some drinks. So we've entitled the product Simply Perfect Cocktails. And it's just full of fun ideas that a few bartenders and I got together to create. So we're looking forward to that coming up.
G's going to shoot off and create its cocktail?
I am, absolutely. I'll be in the bar. See you later. All right, I'm going to do a cheeky little tequila cocktail for you. It involves a little bit of Patron Silver. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. So we'll shove a little bit of that in there, like that. We're not too clever on the old weights and measures these days. Although apparently my arm has been regulated back in 1964, the year I was born. We're going to stick a little bit of chopped apple in there and a wee bit of sugar. Now, if you're like me and your body's a temple, then you want to be careful about the amount of sugar you use in your cocktails, because you end up looking like Chris. All right, so we're just going to give that a little churn around and break up a little flavor of the apple. It's delicious. I'll get to suck on that napkin later on. Wonderful. Now, a little bit of cider at this point. Apparently craft cider is the in thing. I don't know about that, but people keep telling me from all over the States, Australia. I'm going to top that off with a little bit of ice. And then, of course, the wonderful club soda or soda water from Fever Tree to give it a little bit of a spritz, just like that. Now, a little bit of lemon juice on the top to bring out those beautiful flavors. And as you can see, I haven't tended bar in a while, so we'll just lay that down for you. Just for you, mate. Just for you. Cider house rules. Boom. Cheers. Salud. Tequila.